Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Our next guest says it's important to understand your own attachment style in order to build stronger, more fulfilling connections. Here to explain, we welcome back personal growth strategist and author of Build Your Village, Florence and Romano. Great to see you from the winter wonderland that you're in right now.
I know. It is a winter wonderland in Chicago. And Happy New Year to you. So happy to be back.
Happy New Year. Thanks for joining us. I'm excited to talk to you about this because I think we've all heard the term attachment style, but might not know what it means or what our own personal style is. So you can help break it down for us.
Right. Well, I laugh because I think when I say attachment style, people automatically think children or parents. Usually what you sync it up with. But have you ever thought about your attachment style as a friend? All relationships take work, whether it's with your children or your romantic partner. Attachment styles are a part of that. So it's your emotional attachment in your relationship. It's how you experience that relationship with that person. It's the interactions, whether it's a caregiver and a baby, or you and your partner. It's how you navigate those meaningful relationships.
And there are specific types with different names?
Yes. So depending on whether or not you're looking at this through the lens of a parent or you're looking at your friendships, you're going to think about your attachment styles as it comes down to your self-sufficiency, or if you're pushing people away unintentionally. Could your attachment style be affecting those friendships? So do you tend to push people away when you're nervous about getting too close? Are you avoiding? That's an attachment style. Are you an avoiding person, or are you nervous about the actual emotional contribution that you're making to that perhaps it's going to get too deep and it's going to make you too nervous, that if you depend on that person, that is going to maybe go away in your life. So you don't want to go too deep, so you don't attach, and you're not going to be disappointed in the future if something changes. So it's very layered.
And just kind of understanding where you're at is a good place to start, because there's pros and cons to all the different types.
Of course, there's going to be pros and cons to it, but it's knowing thyself. That's where you have to start first, and having to also identify, why is it that I'm feeling the way that I am? If you start exploring these relationships and you're like, gosh, I don't understand why I do this, but I don't think that I like this part of me. I don't think I feel that this is healthy. It's actually hurting my relationships. Then you have to wonder where it's coming from. And I'm not trying to say you have to go run out there and get a therapist or talk to a counselor, but understanding why you do the things you do, and however you're going to explore that, it's not a bad idea, because not only are you going to find that out for yourself, and that's going to help you with your relationships, it's also going to help the other side of those relationships. It's going to help your friends or your partners be able to know how you speak your language. And isn't that what it comes down to in the end anyway? It's how can we speak to one another in a way that we're going to be able to process, understand, and then be able to take action.
Okay, so how do you get really honest with yourself and do that self-evaluation of what is my attachment style and how do I move forward from there?
You can go online and take so many different quizzes, honestly, that are out there about attachment styles and about friendships, and also through the lens of a parent or, a friendship or a romantic relationship. But you might want to start exploring perhaps things from your childhood or when you were younger that stand out in your mind about a moment that maybe didn't feel great. And you're like, gosh, I learned something from that moment. And I think from that moment, it started to affect other things in my life. And perhaps maybe you're in a friendship. I'll use this as an example. And you don't talk to that person very often. And all of a sudden you're sitting there and you're thinking, am I not a good friend? Do they not like me anymore? Are they not reaching out anymore? Am I not reaching out enough? I don't know if I'm doing enough to keep that friendship. Will they know that I value them? Look at how you go down that rabbit hole. And it's because perhaps you're thinking that you're not secure in who you are and what you bring to the relationship. And perhaps there's something from your past that's bubbling up there inside of you that's making you feel anxious, that if you're not getting that assurance all the time that you're good, you're loved, you're seen, you're important, that's making you feel insecure about the state of that relationship. So, kind of peeling back the onion and understanding that there might be things that have gone on in your life that have influenced why you react to relationships or people or situations this way.
Well, and I like talking about it in the context of a friendship because as adults, we still need our friends and those relationships are important too. So, all good things to think about. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you. First and foremost, just do the work yourself and know that you deserve it. You deserve to explore that within yourself.
We do. Great to see you. Happy New Year.
Good to see you. Happy New Year.
Again, Florence Ann's book is Build Your Village, and we'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.